It will not surprise you guys that over on CNN, they had documentarian Ken Burns on with John Berman. And of course, they're comparing DeSantis's move to, yes, you guessed it, the Holocaust.
We woke up to the news this morning that Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida sent 2 plane loads of migrants to Martha's Vineyard off the coast of Massachusetts, including kids and whatnot. And I'm not saying this is not a one-for-one. This is not a parallel here in any way. But it does address some of the same themes that are part of this documentary.
Well, it's the abstraction of human life. It's basically saying that you can use a human life that is as valuable as yours or mine or Lynn's, and to put it in a position of becoming a political pawn in somebody's authoritarian game. This is the coming straight out of the authoritarian playbook. This is what's so disturbing about DeSantis, is to use human beings, to weaponize human beings for a political purpose. It's like when somebody disagrees with him in Florida, like the Walt Disney Company, he punishes them.
I mean, there's so much stupidity there. Just real quick, I tweeted out 2 images, and as you can see, that Auschwitz and Martha's Vineyard are a little bit different than each other. Viva, is this a bit much? I mean, there's no bottom to the hole, right?
There's no Can you imagine in the same sentence where he says it's inhumane to exploit humans for political pawns? Let me pivot into selling my documentary, by the way. It's shameless, and it's, first of all, I don't even care about, they're hyperbolic, idiotic comparisons, period. But they talk about exploiting humans to sell their books, to sell their documentaries. There's no connection whatsoever, and it's almost as bad as Chuck Todd comparing 9/11 to January 6th. Also, speaking of not using people as political tools, but January 6ers are as bad as the terrorists that flew planes into the World Trade Center. I mean, they're incorrigible because they're not honest in what they're doing. They are there to mislead. The question is, how do you reach their base? I think it's happening in real time. You can feel the seismic shift in the social media universe. And the more that they compare this, taking migrants and bringing them anywhere in America, I mean, they got to go somewhere. So Martha's Vineyard, it's comparable to the Holocaust, but leave them in border towns, leave them in detention facilities on the border towns. That's fine, because Martha's Vineyard doesn't have to see them then. Build some detention centers in Martha's Vineyard. Let people see what actually happens in reality. Maybe they'll start changing national policy.